Alrighty guys, this is Ross here, just going over how to make a simple patch. I am doing a patch with the Rocktron Banshee today. It's a Rocktron Banshee for you guys, because everybody seems to start with the Rocktron Banshee and a MicroKorg lately. So I'll just show you the sounds from a MicroKorg and the Rocktron Banshee. So we're going to go over a simple patch. What you just heard was a patch that I made that I'm going to show you how to make. Okay, first off, if you haven't created a patch and you want to start a patch, go ahead and patch 1. Okay, for me, I have so many patches here, so I'll start on 6, which is just a standard factory patch mode. Okay, we're going to start with the patch. You hear the patch there, that's the patch going off. Or not the patch, but that's the, that's your simple, your standard instrument patch, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and start. Take the top, take the shift button, hold down the shift button, press 3. Okay, you want to press 3 again, and now you're going to have your initial program. The initial program means it's pretty much just a start. You can start from scratch. As you can tell, it's in poly mode. So you want to go to voice on the top edit select 1 knob. Change it to voice. Okay, the first one you want to say is synth. Now if you say vocoder, it goes green. That means you can use the same patch as a vocoder. I don't use vocoders personally, I don't like them, but maybe in the future I'll show you how to use one. So now we're going to go back to remember 1 has to be single, or has to be it has to be synth. 2 has to be single, not layer. It has to be SGL, not LAY. And then the other one has to be mono. So it's going to be N-O-N. The N's got a thing looking on there. That means mono. So now you're going to get the thick kind of type Roger sound. Okay? So now we can go through and look at the pitch now. We go to the, once again, the first knob, edit select, we go to pitch. Now pitch, I like to do a clean -12 transpose on there. And then what I do is I press up on the octave shift, and that gives you a clear sound. Okay, it gives you a clear sound like that. So that's the kind of sound you'd like. I suggest it's probably the best way to do it, but if you want to constantly do this all the time, this is a mid-range middle, and then this is a mid-range low. As a standard keyboard would be just like this, just kind of like that. But anyway, so now we're going to go to the tune. Now the tune is your second knob on pitch. Now I'm going to go to this at the end of the video, show you what tune does, but leave that alone. So let's move on to portamento. I like a clean portamento at 2 or 3. It doesn't matter, but I keep it at 3. So when we do the bend range is going to stay at 2 on your MicroKorg, so just leave it alone because 2 is, that's your bend range right there. Okay, now for Bravado, vibrato initial, sorry, getting a cold here. For a vibrato initial is just leave it alone at 5. Now there's your oscillator, there's your audio, there's your mixer, there's your filter, your amp. You can do that with your amp. If you have an amplifier, not a Rocktron Banshee, I suggest leave all that alone. It really doesn't. Really, it wouldn't make a difference if you use oscillator. Like if you use oscillator, you can make 2 sounds at once. A lot of my songs, you hear that. That's how I create a lot of my patches. Is just 2 oscillators, running 2 oscillators at the same time through the edit select part where it says mixer, and then you can mix the first one lower, the second one higher. The max is 127, middle is 64. Just to let you guys know. So now, as we're going through that, we can go to LFO2. Now, before I go on, notice how fast the LFO is going. It's going a little too fast. Everybody's asking about the DX100 sound. Well, that DX100 sound can be manipulated going to LFO2. Okay. Now we want to go to the 4th knob right here. And the 4th knob, notice how fast that's going? Let's bring it all the way to 65. And that's going to give you your DX100 vibrato sound. So let me show you an example here. Very nice, very clean. And right there, that should do it for the patch there. Now, before I go to my conclusions, let's learn how to store your patch. Big problem with a lot of people. A lot of people say, I don't know how to store my patch. Well, check this out. Hold down Shift, press 8. You'll see UTP, that means protected. The first knob you want to change that to off. Now, once you've got that done, all you have to do is press right. Okay, or press Shift again. That'll finish it and it'll save it, because you can check again and notice it's still on off. So all you have to do is press Shift to exit. Now, how to save it, pick any number from the list here. When you press, before you pick any number, please press right. Okay? Now to cancel, press Shift again. That'll stop you from writing. Okay? But press right. Now say you don't want it where it's at. You want it to be at like retro 6. You can do A66 like that. And then press right and then it'll write out that one. Now you can, like I said, do that. Once you press right, it'll store it. So we can do that. You press right, it'll store. Now if you don't want it, you press Shift. But that's pretty much how you do it. Now we're going to go back to the pitch and we want to hear that tone. Okay, Roger's Dance Floor and So Rough So Tough is a +20, and I'm going to show you how it differentiates the sounds here. Now we're going to go in and I'm going to show you right here the tune's at 0. Let's make it 20. From 0 to 20, and I'm going to play it while you hear it. See, listen. Notice the change? Now here we go. Now wait a minute, child. Oh, that you am so rough, so tough out here, baby. So rough, you. Let me tell you, people. Let me tell you now. So it's pretty simple like that. So now that concludes the video. So let's go over a few tips about how I created the patch. One, we started out, we pressed Shift 3, we held down Shift 3, pressed 3, then pressed 3 again, which made your initial program. I went and showed you how to change your voice and pitch, and then I showed you how to change your LFO 2, not 1, 2, how to change your modulation frequency speed. And then I went over how to save your stuff in the memory. Remember, Shift 8. Hold down Shift, press 8, first knob, turn over to off. And then you hold down right, select, hold down, press the right button, select any one you want, and then save it at any number. As far as that, I hope that helps. Any questions, leave me a message. Remember, check out every Friday for a new video. This one came a little early, but this is popular demand. Bye.